How's it going? I hope you are doing well. Just wanted to share a quick thought with you that hopefully will also be some encouragement. I was having lunch the other day with a friend, and we started talking about our goals and our dreams and our aspirations. Of course, talking about my current transition out of employment into full-time entrepreneurship, which is a new adventure right now from that standpoint. But he was also sharing his aspirational and entrepreneurial aspirational dreams and things that he wanted to move into. But then he began to talk about, though, when he was younger, he had that fire to just jump out and do things and get things done. And he actually saw, fruit from that, right? He actually saw success from doing that. But the older he got, the more responsible he got, right? And that's the words he was using, right? And that security started to creep in. You have a nice job, and you're doing the responsible thing, checking the boxes, taking care of your family, right? And that's right, stewardship, right? That's important. That's critical, right? You don't want to throw that away. But the topic came up, and we looked at it, kind of with this analogy of a fence, right? So fences can be great things. Fences are great for security, right? There's that word again, right? If you have a fence around your yard, fence around your house, right? A fence, around something that's important to keep people out that shouldn't be, let's say, getting into something, right? But another type of fence is a prison fence, right? That's actually keeping people in. Tall, barbed wire, however you want to look at that, right? It's literally a prison. And so two things, right, can actually have really the opposite effect, right? And the opposite impact when you think about it like that. And so when you think about your own personal security and the things that you have put in your life to make yourself more secure, I would venture to say that for many people, it's really a false sense of security, and what they thought was going to make them safe has actually become a prison. And it's become a prison for their dreams. It's become a prison for the things that they aspire to do, things that God has called them to do in many cases. And it's not just becoming an entrepreneur. It can be anything that God has put into your heart to do. And if you're not doing the thing because of security, or you're not doing the thing because you don't want to take a risk, or you want to stay safe because you're not sure what's on the other side, you're not sure of success, right? You're not sure if it's going to work out. But the thing is, you have chosen to put yourself in your own prison. That's the thing. It's your own doing, right, of this prison. And I would say this year, maybe more than any other year, right? Even when we think about jobs and we think about other things that have been secure, it really was an illusion of security. There really is no security outside of the will of God. let's just go there, right? And so really, at any other time in history, there are illusions of security. But I would say this year, for so many people, that illusion of security, that blanket of security has been completely blown away. There is no more illusion, right, from that standpoint. And so really, what's stopping you from pursuing all that God has called you to be? What's stopping you from doing the thing that God has called you to do? If it's the security of stability, right, there is no more stable place than being in the will of God. And if His will is for you to be outside of that fence, what are you doing inside the fence, right? If His will is for you to be doing something different than you're doing right now, and the only reason you're not doing it because you feel comfortable, right? Is there really safety in that comfort if you're outside of the will of God, right? And not that He's mad at you. He ain't mad at you. But what it is you're missing out on all that He has for you on the other side of that fence. And here's the thing, there's no locks on this fence. There's no locks on the gates of this fence. All you have to do is walk to that fence and actually open it and walk out. There's nothing keeping you inside the prison of your own mind, of your own thoughts, other than yourself, right? And so again, I want to use this as an encouragement to help you just think about, right? The things that you have been calling security, is it really security? And have you allowed that security to create a prison where you're not maximizing your talents, not maximizing your gifts, not maximizing all that God has called you to be, and not fulfilling and being fulfilled in who He's called you to be? So again, just wanted to encourage you with that, give you something to think about. Is your fence security, or is it really a prison? Don't let it be a prison. Go be all that God called you to be.